I started as a magistrate court, well, it was actually small claims court back then in 1979. Remember getting a call from the jail one night, and I got up and I went down there to issue an arrest warrant. This woman had been sitting there waiting for me, and when I came in, she had had her significant other with a knife to her throat for about 2 hours. I explained to her, because I've always felt like people need to know what's going to happen, that I would issue a warrant, they would go pick him up, they would bring him in, but then there would probably be a bond at some point. And she said, "Where do I go?" And I said, "Well, ma'am, I don't really have an answer for you. I just felt like you needed to know that at some point pretty soon he was probably going to be back out." She ultimately would not proceed with the warrant, and she left that place. And I guess I've spent all the years since then wondering where she went and what she did and what happened to her.
I was so lost. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to go. I had no family in the area. I didn't have any friends because my abuser had me cut off from life.
It starts off lovely. They love me so. They want me around all the time. Everything's good, everything's wonderful. Then the violence breaks out. Then he is so remorseful. He brings her flowers, he brings her chocolate, he does all the good things and swears it will never happen again. Well, then it does. And it just goes around and around and around until something really bad happens, unfortunately, in a lot of cases.
It went from dogging me out and being mean to me to fighting to hit me and breaking my nose one time.
He kept calling, threatening, saying he'll change. I got to the point where I thought he would. Financially, I couldn't do it on my own. I didn't have a support system. So I went back.
We see that women stay in abusive relationships due to financial reasons. They may not have been able to work, or if they did work, they had to immediately turn their money over to their partner.
It's also known statistically that the women who get killed and severely harmed, it's generally in that leaving. The others are maybe a slap or two, maybe even some beatings, but the deaths come when somebody leaves.
I was held hostage in my house. I was beaten up. I was threatened that if I did leave, that he was going to kill my animals. He was going to go to the school and kill my son. I made the choice to stay there. But when it got to the point where I knew he would kill me, I knew I had to do something. And I left.
When I decided to leave, my worstest fear was that I wasn't going to be no good, because that's what I had been told so long that I believed it.
And I called the safe number, and a staff answered the phone, and this was 2 o'clock in the morning, and there was a staff on the other end that had compassion in her voice. She didn't know me, I didn't know her. And she sounded like she cared about me. She stayed on the phone with me until I got to the police station, because she told me I had to go to the police station. She walked me through the process. This lady opened the door and said, "Hello, I was waiting for you." And she gave me the biggest hug, and I just cried.
Why should somebody support Harmony House in our community? Because it could be you. It could be your daughter. It could be your cousin. It could be anyone. This is one of the crimes that we have that cuts across all levels of society.
Everyone's needs are different. Some may just need a tank of gas to get home. Some may need medication. Some may need our outreach coordinator, who's also our legal advocate, to go with them to help file a protective order to make the person stay away and leave them alone. Some may need the locks changed. So every need is different, and we just try to meet our clients where we can.
I grew up in an abusive home, but it wasn't always around me. But it's like a cycle that keeps repeating itself. It's been from there all the way to now, and I'm 38 years old. So I'm stopping the cycle. I don't want it to repeat itself again. It's not always about the past. Now we can live in the future. Everything's different. We got a second chance.
Because of Harmony House, I can say now that I have a life and I can do this. And I am doing it.